Okay, I'm General Grudge, and we're here with another React video. Today I'm going to watch Why You Shouldn't Follow Trends from Josh Strife Says.
He seized the day because at
And
US Cellular
we'll
you can
start
get
out
an epic
watching a
Samsung
wonderful,
Galaxy
wonderful
S24 with Galaxy AI.
ad for
Even me?
Samsung.
Look under your chair.
Oh, I can skip.
That's right.
Get the Samsung Galaxy S24 on us, US Cellular.
Drinking coffee every day didn't work for me, but I couldn't figure out why until I went from 184 to 123.
I was doing
Trying to go for money. Do whatever you want to do then. I want to stream. I have a question. If I want to stream, do I stream games that I'm passionate about or follow the trends? The streaming is more for fun than trying to go for money.
Okay, the reason I watch this is because this channel's like 12 years old. Obviously, it's never took off and probably never will. And part of that is because I just play whatever I want to play. Like right now, I'm playing a lot of Enshrouded. That could change tomorrow. And that's what I'm always going to do. I'm always going to play what I want to play.
Do whatever you want to do then. Do whatever you want to do. So it's a knife edge. It's a weird graph. If you want to stream video games, you have to find a way to provide value to the audience. That's what you need to do. No matter what game you use, no matter how you stream, provide value to the audience. If you want to stream an extremely popular game, let's use an example of, Pal World or Apex Legends or something like that, you are going to be competing with a huge number of other streamers, which means if someone divides or kind of searches by just the game, they will not find you. They are more likely to search by the game, without a doubt, because it's a more popular game, but you are less likely to be seen. You're a small fish in a big pond. Let's say instead you stream a 22-year-old RPG. Let's take Morrowind as an example. There are not that many people streaming Morrowind right now, but equally, there are not that many people searching for Morrowind streams, which means while you are more likely to be found by whoever searches for it, the number of people searching for it are just lower. Ultimately, if someone finds you, they will stay because you entertain them. They will stay because you engage with them and you provide something a stream cannot provide. If you want to do it for fun, you have to understand that when you sit down to play a video game, normally 100% of your focus is on that game.
And see, that's another reason I'll never make it as a streamer, because one, you either have to be insanely good at a game like Shroud or something, or you have to be extremely entertaining like Asmongold or somebody, and unfortunately I'm neither one.
If you sit down to stream, you have to find a way to split your focus between the game and the audience. And if you split it 50-50, both of them end up being bad. You aren't paying enough attention to the game to beat the game, and you aren't paying enough attention to the audience to entertain the audience. So you've got to find a way to play a game in such a way that you don't need to pay too much attention to it, but still have some level of skilled gameplay, while you're paying enough attention to the audience to entertain them. For example, I've just ran completely the wrong way on the map because I'm spamming jump and trying to respond.
Okay, this is something I didn't anticipate. I was thinking more of YouTube channel than just streaming, but maybe some of this will apply to me. We'll see.
Respond to your content. That's why so many people say to me, "Oh my god, I can't believe I watched this streamer play the game and they were so bad." They would probably be quite good if they only had to worry about the game. I mean, if you want me to just play Morrowind, I can just play Morrowind. That's fine. I'll be way better at it, but I would be feeling guilty constantly about the fact of not entertaining.
I will listen, Outlander, but make it quick.
I'm old enough to where I bought Morrowind on day one at like a Walmart.
See, I read that quickly. It's a mini quest about them wanting to kiss you, and if you do, I'm pretty sure you get paralyzed. But I didn't make any content out of it. I decided not to. And that's a boring way of being. Is there such a thing as being bad at games in a skillful manner? Yeah, without a doubt. Definitely. But that doesn't mean that you don't need to have fun while playing.
She's horrible at games.
The skill is to make it look like you're not putting any effort in, when in reality, you are. Like, if you see someone gracefully swimming across the surface of a lake, what you don't see is the fact that their little legs are going, 20 to the dozen, under the water, trying to make it look like they're not working at all. Make things look effortless. And someone who understands how much effort these things take will look at you and go, "God damn, you're making that look effortless."
early on when I started this YouTube channel, I did put some effort in for a while. I wrote some scripts, I made some Overwatch videos, and I put a lot of work into it, and they were pretty good, I think. I was going to create a series out of it and everything. But man, they just would not get shared. You'd put in, 12, 16 hours a day to make a video, and then it would get 400 views, and you're like, wow, that's just not worth my time. And after a while, I got to where I would just upload stuff just for me and my friends to watch, and that's pretty much what this channel turned into for a long time. I am trying right now to build a little more content. I'm worried about, I'm making better thumbnails and stuff, and I'm making a lot of shorts. YouTube will share the shorts. I don't know why they won't share my main channel, but anyway, that's better than nothing.
Sometimes I can't think of anything to say, so I focus on the game. Sometimes I can think of a lot to say, so I focus
I never shut up.
you guys and chatting and having fun. Ultimately, if I'm not having fun with the game, I'll just stop playing it. You can't make it feel forced. It's one of those horrible things where I've got so many friends and relatives who say to me, oh, my son, my daughter, my cousin, my niece, my nephew.
Where would you like to go?
I'd like to go to Balmoral, please.
I think I know what he's going to say here. Like, wanting to be a streamer is kind of like when I was a kid. Kids wanting to grow up to be a basketball player or a baseball player. Like, sure, it's possible, but just a few people are going to do it. Now, all the kids, they want to play video games all the time. When I was even younger, people were saying you should be like a video game tester. Even I was smart enough back then to know that would be a chore. But now everybody wants to be a streamer. It looks easy. It looks like anybody can do it. But it's certainly not easy to make it. That should be obvious, just looking at the channels nobody watches.
Is it Balmoral we're going to? Yes. And then Mage's Guild.
Why walk when you can ride?
So many people say to me, oh, my son, daughter, cousin, whatever, wants to be a YouTuber, wants to be a Twitch streamer. Can you talk to them? Can you give them some advice? And I see so many people, and when they say they want to be a YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, what they mean is they like playing video games. How can they make money doing that? And that's like saying, I like watching films, therefore how can I be an actor? Okay, it's a good place to start. You know what?
I don't have any expectation to ever make any money doing it. I just want people to see it. That's sort of my goal.
It's a good place to start.
I've
love
heard a
watching
lot about
films.
you, Outlander. Go ahead.
That's why I wanted to be an actor. But what I realized was that just watching films isn't enough to be in films. You then need to go and train at your craft, learn how to do it, that kind of stuff. If playing video games is fun for you, that's great. Watching films is fun for some people. It's like watching football on TV and saying, oh my God, I want to be a footballer. How do I have to do it? Well, ironically, you won't be watching anywhere near as much football if you want to do it. You then need to go and...
And I just want to stop here and talk about how great his voice is. I'm very jealous. I wish I had the kind of soothing theatrical voice where I could sit and talk making these videos. But alas, I do not.
Train to be an actor, train to be an editor, learn to be a graphic designer, learn to be a researcher, learn to manage your own time, do all your own taxes, that kind of stuff. There's a hell of a lot of work behind it. Most people do want to receive instant success by going viral. I mean, the amount of companies that approach me, and I know that I go off on tangents a lot, but I tend to talk when I'm doing these streams a lot. If you want to stream for you, just download a really basic streaming software, stream for you. Super easy. Don't expect too much. You might get 1 viewers, you might get 2 viewers, but you will realize the moment you start to try and entertain those viewers, instead of playing the game, you don't make anywhere near as much progress on the game. And
he's right. You should always do the things you love first. The rest of it will come later. If you're trying to force it, like with games you don't like, people will know. And it'll look forced, and you'll look like an idiot, and people definitely won't watch then.
You lose it as well. You lose the skill and the energy that you put into the game. Why do you think we've been playing Morrowind for like 20 hours and we're like 4 quests in to each quest line? We could have been halfway through the game by now if I was just powering through the game. But the amount of companies, you said the word viral, and that very much sets me off. The amount of companies that come to me and go, hey Josh, we want to make a viral video. I'm like, oh mate, same. How do we do it? And they look at me and they go, we were hoping you could help with that.
I think I've seen
had
this
some videos received
sketch.
over 1 million views. I'm like, yeah, I have. And I've had way more not do that. So what we could do, if you want to make a viral video, is we could make hundreds of videos over many years, slowly improving our craft and slowly niching down into a very specific audience that we want to, cater to and have and entertain. And they look at me and they're like, no, we were hoping you could just make one video and it would get loads of views. I'm like, gotcha. I see what's out. I'm picking up what you're putting down here. Let me counter. If I was able to do that, why would I work with you? Like, if I could just do that, if I could wake up and be like, you know what?
Make a viral video today.
Guys, the only reason that I haven't put out a 10 million view video is I just don't want to. That's what it is.
Me too.
I can.
Me too.
I just choose not to.
I choose not to.
When I make a video, sometimes I make it too good. And I'm sitting there watching the final edited piece and I'm thinking, this is going to get 5 million views. That's
Yeah, my channel's been here 12, 14 years. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. And I just went over 500 subscribers like 2 weeks ago.
too many. Let me put some wrong things in. Let me make the editing a bit shitter. Let me talk to the algorithm and, hobble my own kind of exposure to everything. Yeah, 800k to 1 million. That's good. I'll sit around that level.
I'll take 1 million
But companies
views,
come to
please.
me all the time and go, yo, can you get us these views? I'm like, look, if I could, I would get them for myself and not work with you, because working with you is stress and I don't want that. I want to wake up, play my silly games, make my silly videos, paint my little plastic boys, and go back to bed. That's what I want to do. I still edit the vast majority of my own stuff because I value it. I enjoy that. Yeah, let me shit
I
this up a
enjoy
little
the
bit. Let me
editing
make this a little
too.
bit worse. What plastic? Well,
I enjoy
right
watching
now,
my own crap.
We've got both the boxes for the...
That's the most embarrassing thing. I like having a YouTube channel just because I go back and I watch my own stuff. I'm easily entertained by myself.
Warhammer the Old World that I will be working through eventually. Hey, Mr. Josh, can you make a video for me that will get 2 million views? Best I can do you is 800k, and it will take about a month to get there. That's what I can do. That's where the worst MMO ever kind of sits in general. I really love it when companies come to you with no clue at all. I used to work with companies.
I think the first one of his I watched was Lord of the Rings Online MMO.
And they would come to me and they say, Mr. Hayes, you've got about a 6-week slot to work with these children. You'll see them for 1 hour a week. Can we put on a show? I'm like, 6 hours. 6 hours is what you're giving me. And they will forget what I've taught them in lesson 1 by the time lesson 2 starts. And you want me to put on a show? Right? You'd be lucky if they remember anything I tell them over these 6 weeks. You have far too much faith in me. Let's lower those expectations. Prepare to be whelmed. I mean, yeah, I can put on a show. It will not be good.
Wow, that was over quick. A little disappointed. I don't feel like I learned anything, but that was more about streaming than just YouTube in general. I don't stream a whole lot. I probably should start streaming more, but I don't know. I prefer just to record myself live like I'm streaming and just see what happens. Anyway, that was a good little video. I feel like I justified my time watching it by making a video.